Alright guys, so we're at the lake. Well, not we, I'm at the lake. And I'm actually not in fishing gear. I'm just running my engine. I'm sure I've been talking about a little bit that I've been having some engine issues. And, you know, basically what was happening was the engine just kept stalling when I would put it into neutral or to idle. Whenever I would throttle back down, sometimes it would cut off, sometimes it would stay on. But more times than not, when I was trying to start the engine, it'd crank over real quick, but after a couple seconds it would just die. So I was having to, you know, kind of put it into gear, or at least throttle it just so it could stay on. So we've done a lot of different maintenance to it. Today I finally did the last of it. I'll talk about it here in a bit, but I want to kind of just see if it's running, if it's working. At the boat storage, I did have it connected to some earmuffs after I did some work on it, and it was actually running in idle for about 15 minutes and didn't shut off, and that's probably the longest it's done that, which is good. So we'll see if it sticks that way. But yeah, it's a pretty windy day at the lake, but the wind's kind of coming from the south, so I came down over here to the rock wall, kind of like where the dam's at. The wind's not really pushing the waves too bad here, so this should give me a good test for me to at least try and run up and down this lake in at least with water that's not too choppy. So we're gonna give it a go, see how fast we can go. I'm curious to see if that's gonna give me any increase in speed. My engine, before I did this last tune-up, it was maxing out at about 23 miles an hour. So we'll see if not only is it keeping it running, but if it got me any extra speed as well. Yeah, so stay tuned, we'll see. We're gonna just do a quick straight shot. guys, not too bad. I'll leave the engine running just so I can make sure it doesn't stall. So actually, yeah, so actually it looks like I did actually pick up some speed as well. So before I did the last part of this, I guess you can call it a tune-up, I was only going about, I think max is maybe 23.2 miles per hour, and that was on a calm day. And you know, right now it is a bit choppy, so it might slow me down a little bit. But even like that, I got up to about 26.5, so I actually got about 3 miles per hour off of this last tune-up. So yeah, to kind of talk about the engine, like I said, what it was doing was it kept stalling out, which is kind of annoying. And you know, we checked out a couple different things. I had a friend do check out the VST tank, and he actually cleaned that out for me. And what I ended up doing, initially I thought it was the spark plugs, which the spark plugs were bad, and so I changed out the spark plugs. And then I thought, you know, I wasn't getting fuel, so I thought, okay, maybe either the water fuel separator or the fuel filter, which both of those I changed out, still doing the same thing. And I thought maybe the primer bulb was bad, changed that out, still doing the same thing. And I had a buddy of mine, Alex, look at it, and we actually saw that the throttle cable, or the throttle linkage itself, actually was cracked, and it was almost breaking off. So I had to order that. Didn't really know if that was gonna, you know, fix the issue, but you know, we did swap that out. So I had to order a new one, put that on. Still doing the same thing. So the last thing I thought about was the injectors. So the injectors on this Evinrude E-Tec, they're very different than injectors on a car. Injectors on a car, you know, it's probably a little piece like that. This guy is probably about that big and probably about that far around. So this one's got 2 of them. So I had to take those 2 out, and I got a what do you call it? A ultrasonic cleaner. So I ended up picking one up, and I actually had it soak in seafoam bath. So seafoam is an injector cleaner, and I saw some videos where they talked about cleaning it with seafoam. So I tried that out, and you know, let them, you know, soak in the bath for about, I think I did about 15 minutes each injector. Reinstalled them. Now it's working. So it seems like probably the problem was the injectors to start off with. But still, like I said, the spark plugs were still bad. I still needed to change them anyways. And then, you know, in diagnosing everything, we saw that the linkage cable was bad. So we had to change that out as well. So looks like everything's running, looks like everything's working. Like I said, it's not going to be a fishing video. I just wanted to run my engine. And so far, I got to say, I guess I am pleased with the results. So yeah, we'll see. Got to take it back to shore. Got to get back home. Hopefully, weather permitting, if it's pretty good tomorrow, maybe I can convince my wife to come out. She hasn't come out fishing with me in a long time. But you know, I am on vacation. Tomorrow's my last day, so hopefully we can get out here and just, you know, enjoy the day for a bit, and before we both have to go back to work. So yeah, enjoy the video. I'm gonna do probably another quick ride back to the back. I might go back and forth a couple times just to make sure that everything's running okay. But yeah, until then, see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Bye.